Silence in the temple. Welcome home, pure ones. I'm your cult leader Zor, most powerful, most wise, most pure. Greetings to the newest, dear viewers. May the temple of the cult of purity, wisdom, and joy give you what you need to help you on your journey today and every day. In my last video, I made you keenly aware that you do possess a powerful natural force inside you. In this video, we build on that by exploring 3 ways you can use that inner power. Those 3 ways the natural force within you, the sex drive, can be used, may even be described with a single word each. Number 1, degenerate. Number 2, generate. And number 3, regenerate. Number 1 basically means to be dirty and sexually immoral, to inwardly decay or to waste the energy. Number 2 means to create life. Number 3 means to redirect the inner force to help you evolve to a higher level. Everybody knows the primary purpose of the sex drive is to reproduce, to ensure the survival of the species. Most people who are adults or even young adults will be aware of the common alternative, and that is to say, to be a degenerate. Yet, almost nobody is aware of the third option. That's what I want to make you aware of today. So I'll tell you more about it, and I hope you see the value in it. So getting back to the primary purpose, reproduction. That's pretty important. That's probably why the drive is so strong. In all of us, it is immutable. You will hear the call of nature, and the response will be strong, primitive urges. It cannot be ignored forever, and this creates a dilemma. Napoleon Hill shared his wisdom on the matter with this metaphor in his book, Think and Grow Rich. A river may be dammed and its water controlled for a time, but eventually it will force an outlet. The same is true of the emotion of sex. It may be submerged and controlled for a time, but its very nature causes it to be ever seeking a means of expression. If it is not transmuted into some creative effort, it will find a less worthy outlet. I want to highlight this part, seeking a means of expression. That means there's more than one way to express it. It doesn't just mean boom boom or cooning. What matters most is the outlet you give it, for it determines how this great force within is used in the world. Now, let's go deeper. Degenerate. Dear viewer, if you've been using the internet for any length of time, I'm sure you're familiar with this one. Degenerate. In today's modern world, this has come to commonly mean being dirty or sexually immoral, like a deviant, or being overly indulgent in vice. These are still true when applied to our topic today, but in the traditional sense it was written, it was more like being wasteful or to decay, to throw away your precious seed to discard and lose your vital energies, spend them ineffectively, to waste your potential, to go backwards even. As far as behavior is concerned, it can refer to things like casual sex, encounters with ladies of the night, and of course, enjoying some alone time. There's a party in your pants and you're the only one invited. Such behavior has reached epidemic proportions and largely become the norm. And that is why I say we now live in a dirty, degenerate world. That is why I say the so-called sexual revolution was really just a degenerate revolution, a leap into a moral abyss, masked in the name of a good time. Where does such progress lead? Straight down a slippery slope. Let us turn away from this degeneracy. Onwards and upwards, pure ones. Generate. This means to generate life, to reproduce, to have children. As I mentioned before, everybody knows this is the way we are meant to use our sex drives. It's the reason we have the instinct in the first place. This one is pretty self-explanatory, so I won't spend much time delving into it. But something to note. Drastic purification, a permanent, effective solution to degeneracy, can be found only in the limitation of the sex life to reproductive activity. Basically, the only reason you should have sex is to have kids. This is perfectly reasonable, but in today's world, it probably sounds extreme. You know what I think's extreme? The degenerate sexual behavior of women in Dubai, in the modern feminist West, and here in Southeast Asia too, all just for money and male validation. And of course, it's never enough. It's also never enough for the coomers and the gooners, just fapping the day away, frying their dopamine receptors with extreme amounts of naughty videos and taxing their systems with excessive ejaculation. Then they wonder why they feel so black-pilled and defeated. What could be causing that, I wonder? Perhaps wisdom can give us a clue. Here's a quote from a book called The Coiled Serpent, written in 1939. This is the same influential book I read recently and reference frequently. Quote, "A lack of chastity in act and thought constitutes the underlying cause of nearly all misery, of discontent with life, of marital disharmony, of congenital low vitality, of sluggish intellects, of many avoidable ailments, of human wrecks in body and mind." End quote. That describes a whole lot of people today that you could easily point the finger at. But remember the old saying, whenever you point the finger at someone, there's three pointing back at you. It's so easy to get caught up in the culture war and the toxic battle between the sexes, a mistake I made for years. Then I found out it's even easier to just accept that both men and women could use their sexual energy in better ways. And that brings me to the next, largely unknown method. regenerate. Our powerful natural urges towards expression of the sex drive can be harnessed, controlled, and redirected with sexual transmutation. That really just means changing what you focus on, what you think about, and how you behave with your sexual energy. Learning to control this makes you more powerful and gives you a big advantage over people who don't control it. They let it control them. Highly successful people use sexual transmutation to motivate them to build a business, for example. Artists use it to help them create works of beauty. Inventors like Nikola Tesla use it to help him dream up new inventions that could change the world. Fighters like Mike Tyson used it to become world heavyweight champ boxer by staying celibate, pure, and disciplined for 5 years on his way to the top, letting out his sexual frustration with ferocious bursts of violence on his opponents. Many other athletes are commonly told to abstain from sex before important matches, and I hope you are beginning to understand why. No matter which outlet you choose, as long as you are regenerating with your sex drive and not wasting it, the benefits will come to you automatically, and there will be many. People who engage in semen retention often report increased energy, clarity of mind and focus, better mood, increased motivation, and more creativity, higher levels of strength, more charisma. And they seem to enjoy the simple things in life much more than before. I can personally report several of these were true for me as well after only 1 week of deliberate purity and self-control. That's if you couldn't clearly tell already. It fascinates me to think that literally everyone can do this. You don't need any money. You don't need any material thing outside yourself. You can benefit from it any day, every day, for the rest of your life. That is amazing. It also saddens me a bit to think that the majority of people don't know that they can. And because of that, they may not ever experience it. Even worse, in this dirty, degenerate age, people who choose to control their sexuality, especially young men, are often mocked, ridiculed, and disrespected for it. Labels like incel are derogatory terms designed to make them feel bad for not being degenerate. That is wrong. I aim to change things with this channel so that such men can realize they are in the perfect position to massively improve themselves by just doing one simple thing. It gets even better. It turns out you can take this to a very, very high level. Here's some more wisdom on the topic from Coil 7. Quote, "They who possessed superior wisdom apparently always knew that higher evolution is impossible without conservation of the sex force." End quote. There it is. That's your key right there. You want to gain more purity, wisdom, and joy in your life? Now you know how. You can take the wisdom called Leader Zor has given you and leave this place.